opening statement, and then we'll go ahead and do some questions after that. Coach?
Yeah, I mean, big game. Obviously, big rival game. They're going to be ready to go. We know that. They do a great job getting their guys fired up. So they shoot a lot of threes. It's going to have to defend the 3-point line really well. We're just gonna have to play hard. Last time we went into their gym, they were ready to go. We weren't. We're down 16-0 before you could blink your eyes. And then you're scrambling the rest of the game, starting down, giving them a 16-point lead. We can't do that this game. We got to come out ready to go on the defensive end. We got to take care of the ball offensively. So it's going to be a good test for us. We've had a good start. They obviously haven't had the start that they were looking for, but they're still a good team. I mean, they're in games. This is not like we're going in to play a bad Auburn team. This is a good team. They're obviously younger than they lost a lot of guys from last year. They're younger. They're figuring themselves out. They're missing their point guard last game, so that obviously hurt them and their execution on offense. But we're going to be in for a dogfight. We know that.
Thank you, Coach. First question to Cecil Hurt.
Coach, you mentioned guarding the 3-point line. Watching them against Ole Miss, it seemed like almost any lineup they had on the floor, all 5 guys would shoot it. Even Thor would go out and shoot the 3 sometimes. So when you can't focus in on one guy or 2 guys and say he's the shooter, how is that approach different?
Yeah, so you're right. I think, especially with the starting lineup, they've got a couple backup bigs that don't shoot the 3 much, but with Williams and Thor, they've got a 4 and a 5 that both shoot it. Thor's percentage isn't great to start the year out, but we know he's a shooter. He's a known shooter from his high school days. So you can't give any of those guys shots. You are able to maybe switch a few more things, because everybody's playing on the perimeter a little bit more. But I do think, Thor and Williams are able to punish the switch inside a little bit, so we don't want to switch a ton, but you can do that some to take away the 3. I just think, and they hit an inordinate amount of threes late in the shot clock too. So when you get down under 10 seconds, they're really hunting the 3 hard. So we just got to make sure we guard it out. They may use clock up. They've played fast before, but they seem to have slowed it down at times this year and played later into the shot clock and done a good job finding 3-point shooters late in the clock. We got to make sure we avoid that.
Let's go to Tony Tsoukalas next.
Nate, you have an opportunity to win 5 straight games for the first time since taking the job. Just wanted to ask, how close is this product to what you envisioned kind of building here? How far do you have to go?
Yeah, I think the culture's come a long ways. Like, I really like where our guys are at. So as far as playing hard, playing together, playing unselfish, having skilled guys on the floor, like we've got a really good team. Like, I like our team a lot. So I think it's close to what we envisioned. To be honest with you, we can always get better. Each guy can work individually on his own. We as a program and as a staff can get better. But I mean, it's getting pretty close to what I wanted. Now we know we're close to arriving because, like I said, we've got tons of improvements we need to make. But as far as having skilled players all over the floor and having shooting on the floor and getting the guys to give us an effort every night that deserves a win, I think we're getting close. And we'll see. We said that the Florida game was a character game after you pulled off the big win against Tennessee, and I thought our guys showed a lot of character against Florida. This is going to be another one of those games because we're 3-0, Auburn's 0-3. Guys could overlook it, but we all know with these rival games, you can throw the records out the window. Like, they're coming to play, and we've got to win the game. I mean, if we're going to try to compete for any type of championships, you've got to go on the road and win games that, like this, the one against Auburn, and they're going to fight and scrap and claw. They don't want to be 0-4. I mean, this is a program that in the last few years has gone to a Final Four, won an SEC championship, been ranked in the top 5 in the country. I mean, they're program with a lot of pride, and they're going to fight and scrap on Saturday for sure.
Let's go to John Zener.
Yeah, Nate, what has kind of clicked for you guys since that Western Kentucky game? Because that's the kind of loss that a team could go either way off of.
Yeah, I think the guys realize that if you play for each other and you're playing for the right reasons, that good things happen. I think if you watch our energy in the East Tennessee State game, there was a different vibe about the team. There was a different energy. Guys were really pulling for each other. Then, we came back after Christmas. Guys had Christmas break to kind of reflect, get away from team, come back. Thought our best practices of the year were those right after Christmas, and then we came in and played hard against Ole Miss. So I think our effort, just the whole vibe, everybody pulling just for the team to win. Nobody's into themselves and worried about their own statistics too much. It just feels like everybody wants the team to do well and just kind of laid aside their own individual stuff. And when that happened, there's a saying, when the tide rises, all the boats rise. I think as we get better as a program, everybody individually gets taken care of it at a lot higher level in that regard too. So I think it's kind of clicked that way a little bit with most of the guys.
All right, we got time for a few more questions. We'll start with Mike Rodak.
Yeah, Nate, what's the update on Javon Quinterly, and do you foresee a full roster being available for this game?
He's still out with a medical condition, didn't practice today, so we'll unlikely for tomorrow, but we'll update you when we get an update on that one. Other than that, we've got a full roster available.
Next question, Haley Sutton.
Hey, Coach, we knew whenever John Petty decided he wanted to come back and play another year, he was going to be important to this team. But from your perspective, how integral has he been to the success this year, particularly the success you've had to the start to conference play?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the best scorers in the country, one of the best shooters in the country for sure, one of the best players in the league. He was second team all-league last year, came back. So we needed him. I think his head's in a great spot. He's playing really hard. He's playing really unselfish. He's been about the team, since after Christmas. I think he's been a really, really integral part of what we're doing. I think his energy's been great. But, he gives you that guy that if they leave open, you can kind of just count it as 3 points. I mean, he shoots it that well. So, he's able to give us better floor spacing. We really spread the floor out. You put a guy like him and Shaq, and now Keon Ellis is shooting the ball like we anticipated he'd do for us. You can really spread the floor out and get guys driving downhill. If they help, Petty or one of those guys going to make a shot. So, and then he's added a lot of other aspects to his game. He drives it better now. You saw he was attacking switches against Florida well. Finishes at the rim. He's rebounding. He led us in rebounding last year. He's rebounding the ball well, and defensively, he's really picked up his defense. So he's a really heady, high IQ guy that's huge in what we're doing. I think, he's enjoying himself. It looks like he's having a lot of fun out there again. I think maybe early in the year he was maybe, he came back to play his way into the first round. Well, there's a lot of pressure and stress that comes with having to perform at an NBA first round level. Sometimes that pressure and stress you put on yourself backfires and everything implodes. I think let's just get back to playing hard, helping the team win, and playing the right way. And I think he's having a lot more fun. He looks like he's having a lot more fun. He's definitely all about the team winning, and I think all that other stuff will take care of itself in time.
All right, last question. We'll go to Tyler Martin.
Hey, Coach Oats, you kind of mentioned on Tuesday after the Florida game, this was another character game. And you guys broke a streak in that game for first time beating Florida at home in, 15 years. Now on the road at Auburn, the last time Alabama won there was, nearly 6 years ago. And you've got 3 seniors from the state of Alabama. What would it mean for those guys in your program just to get a win, since both the, basketball is becoming such a bigger thing in the state? What would it mean to those 3 guys to finally get a win in Auburn Arena?
I think it'd be big for those guys. I mean, this rivalry is huge in this state. I had no idea on some of these records, so I had no idea when the last time we'd won there was. It doesn't really pertain to us playing this game tomorrow, and I really focus on that. But it's nice. Obviously, they haven't won there yet. If it's been 6 years, so it'd be nice to get them their first win at Auburn their senior year. I think the guys are prepared and ready, focused. I think our last 2 days of practice have been great. I think the guys are really locked in. So, and those seniors, the 3 seniors from the state of Alabama you're talking about, and Herb and Alex and JP, those guys, we want them to have a great senior year. They came in as a really good class. Those were the three guys from the state of Alabama in that class. They're all still here. And, we want to win something with those guys with that class. The recruiting class was rated, and I don't even know the exact number, but I know it was really high and deservedly so, obviously, with Colin and Galen being in it as well. But these three guys are here still. It'd be great to get some real quality wins, and winning on the, for their senior year and winning on the road at Auburn would be a huge win for those guys.
All right. Thank you, Coach.